So here we're going over how to email the Zoom information to your students and what information they need. If we go into all of your meetings up here, these are all the meetings that you have scheduled, and we're going to go into this recurring meeting here that I've got as my sample one, Boiler House Babes. Now, that name, just as a side note, Boiler House is an amateur theatre company that I used to be involved in, and we used to run a dance class just for fun through that company, and I'm restarting that with my friends because I can't see my friends. So yeah, Boiler House is the company and Babes is because we're awesome. So that's where that name comes from. Okay, so I've clicked on that. It's a recurring meeting. Now what you can do here is you can look at the invitation. This is all of the stuff that Zoom creates for you, which that's lovely, but sometimes it's not necessary and just makes things more confusing, because if you have a look through here, there's a lot of info in there that they just don't need. For this meeting, because it is me personally, Claire Haywood, who is hosting the meeting, I am definitely going to leave Claire Haywood is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. But for your dance classes, you're probably not going to want to include that name because it's probably not necessary. The thing that they need to know is this here, the Zoom meeting. Give them the ID and the password. That's really all they need. At the bare minimum, they need this link here. If they have that link, they can get into the meeting. And it will be, because we have set this as a reoccurring meeting, that link will be the same each week for this class. It will only get them into this class. So if they have a second class after this, they will need another link. Think of that as the same as they go from one class, they change their shoes. Or they finish one class and then they go into another room for the next class, okay? It's not as complicated as it sounds clicking on another link, and most of your students are going to be so up to date with technology that that's just not even a problem for them. Okay, so the information that I am going to keep is topic, which is the class name, and the time. I'm also going to keep this part of it. I'm going to select that information. This stuff down the bottom, you don't need it. That's all to do with phone and you don't need it at all. You could copy that entire invitation and it will copy all of this text for you. So you could just click that. I'm going to do it manually, right click, or just Control C. Okay. Then what I do is I go into my own email account. Now this step is going to be different for everybody. Your email account is going to work differently to mine. I use Gmail. If you have a system that already where you manage your emails, that could be Dance Studio Pro, Jackrabbit, so one of those Dance Studio software things, or you might just do them manually through Outlook, or like me, you're a Gmail person. I can't really give you the specifics of how your emails work, but I am happy to talk you through it individually at another time if you want. But for me, I'm just going to go into Gmail. I'm going to compose a new email. Clicking into the subject area, I'm going to do Control V, which pastes that information into it. Then I can add any extra information that I want into this. This is all just based on what your email client does. The recipients, that's where you want to send it to everybody who needs to have that particular class information. You're not going to send it to all of your students. This, again, I'm going to go back to it, but this is the info that you need to get to your students. The link, and if you've included it, the password. So all you need to do is make sure that this info gets to your students. If you have a Facebook page that is secure and you're happy to post the link there, if that's how you communicate with your students the most, then do it there, okay? If your communication method is via text, then put that into a text message. This is how you communicate to your students and get them into that class, is this link here and the password. And that has come from this Zoom here. You can't email it directly from Zoom. Zoom is not an email client. That is a whole other thing. So hopefully this has helped you to figure that part out.